Hello, welcome to today's class. How do we check out for the value of x here? How do we find the value of x here? The question is x raised to the power of x plus 2 equal to 8x. So how do we find the value of x here? This is pretty easy, okay? So let's take our solution. So here we take solution. Now, stay from the beginning to the end of this class because we're going to do a simple verification to our answer here. Now, if you have a challenge of this kind, we can solve this using different approaches. But here, it's a simple approach I'm going to use here. The simple approach is this. First of all, I want to move this quantity to this side of this equation. And so we're going to have this to be our x to the power of x plus 2 minus 8x is equals to 0. So with this we are having here, it is pretty easy. Here, we just have to rewrite our 8 here. 8 could be written as 2 to the power of 3. But that will have no effect for now. So what we do here, let's factor out x from here. So if we factor out x, this is going to give us x into, we're going to use x to divide everything here. Mind you, if we have this expression simplified out, we're going to have x to the power of x plus 2 all over x. This s is to the power of 1. And so, according to the law of indices, which says that when you have your a to the power of m all over a to the power of n, this is equals to a to the power of m minus n, right? So we can move this up here to give us our x to the power of x plus 2 minus 1, which will automatically give us 2 minus 1 will give us 1. So we have s to the power of x plus 1. So here we're going to have our x to the power of x plus 1, right? Minus rather. So minus, here, if we use this s to divide this, we're left with 8 equal to 0. So we apply the rule. We say that if your a times b is equal to 0, we're going to have a is equal to 0 or our b equal to 0. So with this, we're going to have this, equate this to 0, equate this to 0. So the first case here, which is called case 1, is going to give us our x1 is equal to 0. Easy. We're going to verify at the end of the day if this will actually give us 0. Then the second case here, we have our case 2. So our case 2 is our x to the power of x plus 1 minus 8 equal to 0. So we move this to this side to give us s to the power of x plus 1 is equal to 8. Okay, so from here, we just have to rewrite 8 here. Okay, so this have x to the power of x plus 1 is equal to our 2 to the power of 3. Okay, so what we do here, we don't want to log both sides of the equation. Look at this power here. We have to rewrite this power. This power could be written as our 2 to the power of 2. Let's put in 2 here. 2 plus 1. So let's look at the two exponents. So we are now having x to the power of this plus this equals to 2 to the power of 2 plus 1. So let's just do some simple comparison. Here we are having x raised to itself plus 1. Here we are having 2 raised to itself plus 1. So we can equally say that the exponent can be equated or we can equate the base to each other. And so from here, we discover that our x is equal to 2. So this is the value of our x2. If you decide to take the exponent x plus 1 equals to 2 plus 1, move this to this other side, it turns to minus. So plus 1 will cancel out minus 1. So we are now left with x is equal to 2. So whichever way will give you x is equal to 2. So we do a simple check here. Simple check, we have our x to the power of our x plus 2 equal to 8x. So if we take the first one, which is x is equal to 0, then we're going to have here 0 to the power of 0 plus 2 equal to 8 times 0. So this will give us 0 to the power of 2 equal to 0. 0 to the power of any number except 0 itself or iota, it will give you 0. Okay, so 0 to the power of 2 is equal to our 0. Again, I said 0 to the power of 0 will not give you 0. Neither will 0 to the power of iota give you 0. But to any other number, it gives you 0. All right, so the second proof here, which is the second answer, we have our x to the power of x plus 2 equal to 8x. So we're saying x is equal to 2, which is the value here. So we have here 2 plus 2 is equal to 8 times 2. So we have 2 to the power of 4 equals to 16. What is 2 to the power of 4? It's simply 16 equals to 16. So this shows that the answer we got is correct. This is a simple one. Thank you for being there. See you in our next class. Bye for now.